everybody. It's a glorious Friday. It is September 8th, 2023. It's 8:30 a.m. right here in Tucson, the old Pueblo, my hometown where I was born and raised. And it is time once again for our mindful moment. I'm Dr. Jonathan Zenz. I'm the minister here at Unity Tucson, Unity of Tucson. I'm the spiritual director. And what a delight it is to share this time with you. So what is this mindful moment? It is a mental moment too. What is the mindful moment? It is an opportunity where we gather together every single weekday at about 8:30 in the morning here on Facebook or YouTube, wherever you're watching from. We're all gathered together. And we engage in some discussion about spiritual ideas and engage also in the practice of affirmative prayer. Why do we do this? And why do I do this every weekday? Well, prayer, affirmative prayer, is one of the primary tools we teach in Unity to address the circumstances of our lives and to create change in our lives. So that's why we do this. Why do I do this every single weekday? Well, when I am consistent in my spiritual practice, the quality of my life is enhanced. So life just gets better all around. Whether you're watching live or on the replay, I would love for you to post a comment and let me know that you are here. Let's see who is joining us so far this morning. Sherry, hello, hello. Grateful to see you and your beautiful lotus flowers there. Marvis saying good morning to us with her sunshiny emoji there. And good morning from Anita, and some hearts from Anita as well. Grateful to see you. Always a delight. I do want to offer my reminder to you. You know what I say. But it's nice to hear it, I think. I like to remind myself. So, hear these words. I invite you into a feeling around these words. You are love. You are light. You are life. You are magnificent. And I am so grateful that you shine your light and share your magnificence with all of us. Thank you so much for doing that. And you know what? I always like to offer the reminder too. You don't have to do anything special to share your magnificence. Just show up as you, authentically you. That's all you need to do. Just show up as authentically you. So today, one of the things I wanted to talk about, I wanted to ask this question. How do you define a mistake? How do you define a mistake? Something to just consider and think about, because we have a specific approach to the construct and the concept, the mental construct we have in our minds to the belief in mistakes in Unity in the New Thought movement. You know, I've talked about it before that a mistake is a mistake, right? It's a mistake. It is a take that is missed, where we've missed the mark in some fashion. Now, there are the schools of thought that would call that, sin. Self-inflicted nonsense. That's what sin is. And oftentimes that self-inflicted nonsense shows up in our lives as what we would define as a mistake. But here's the thing. How do you define a mistake? Part of the reason I ask it in that way is because it's only a mistake if you define something as a mistake. And so how might it change your perspective and your experience of life if you decided there were no mistakes? That everything is the outflow of perfection, even if it doesn't feel so good in the moment. The things that don't feel so good, I think sometimes we look at and we say, oh, I made a wrong decision. And so that ended up showing up in my life as a mistake. That was a mistake. Well, can you ever truly make a wrong decision? No, you can only make decisions. And the outcome of the decision may not feel so good. But you know what's great about that? I don't think anybody's relegated to the outflow of decisions permanently. I think in the grand scheme of the infinite, we don't have to live with a mistake. We don't have to live with the construct of a mistake. So Can you ever truly make a wrong decision? What are the consequences for what you would define as a wrong decision? And what about this? Can a wrong decision be the right decision? Lots of questions today. I'm kind of resonating with just asking the questions today. I don't really, here's the thing. I don't purport to have the answer for you. What I encourage all of us to do is to go on the exploration to find the answers that are intuited from the infinite, that are expressed by means of that inner voice, that inner infinite connection that we have. So figuring out what is right and perfect for you is part of what we teach. I always say I don't say it every week, but I often say, the point of view of New Thought teachings is we're not here to tell you what to think. We're not here to tell you what to think. We have tenets. You get to decide whether or not those tenets align with you. We're not here to tell you what to think. What I think we offer is a constructive method that invites us into constructive thinking for ourselves. And so we offer a method. You get to decide whether that works for you or not. Last night we were in, I did a training session for potential small group leaders in our community as we're gearing up for our fall renewal series, when we host small groups, all related to the Sunday Message book that we are reading as a community and sharing as a community, and then the small groups gather together to have discussion around that book. And there was a question that came up around, the efficacy, how effective is prayer if we're not doing it in the way that it's been prescribed? Well, again, we teach a method, and you get to decide if that method works for you. And so I wrote on the I call it a whiteboard, but it's actually a beige board in this room. I wrote on there, technique is anything that works. Technique is anything that works. So if the 5-step unity prayer doesn't resonate with your soul at a feeling level to create change in your life, find what works. I'm not here to tell you that's the way it has to be. It works for me. And so I have adopted it as a practice in my life, and I will continue to use it. You ready for this? As long as it works. If it ever ceases to work for me, I will abandon it. Because that's the nature of life, complete, infinite unfoldment. It's not that I made a wrong decision by adopting that practice in the first place. I get to make up my mind right in this moment about how I choose to move forward. So that's the message today. There are no mistakes. There are opportunities to change our minds. And as Charles Fillmore said famously, I reserve the right to change my mind. You should reserve that right as well, I think. You get to decide. All right, let's do a little bit of affirmative prayer. And this is the method that we teach. I use the method that we teach in the prayer that I offer. So I'm going to invite us all to relax right where we are. Just allow ourselves to come into that space of beautiful, conscious, present moment awareness. Letting go of anything that has preceded this moment and releasing any anticipation for what is to unfold. And let us move our mental concentration onto this idea. Concentrating on the understanding that there is only God. There is only this source energy. There is only one thing going on. There is only the flow of love directed by law. There is this presence, there is this power, there is only this greatness on demand, God. And so I take a moment to meditate on the understanding that this is my identity. This is the identity of each and every one of us, the core of our being, and every aspect of our expression is 100% divine source energy. There can be no separation from the infinite, so I accept this in my own heart as my identity, and I recognize this as the identity of each and every person I encounter, everyone within the sound of my voice. I accept wholeheartedly as God. And so I let my mind focus on this in a meditative way right in this moment. God is, I am, we are. God is, I am, we are. Allowing this to be the basis from which I make these affirmative statements, I know that these statements are truth realized. I hold firm in my resolve that there are no mistakes. I hold firm in my resolve that there are no wrong decisions. I hold firm in my resolve that the outflow of life is letting itself be known through activity. And while I may have at one point defined something as a mistake or a wrong decision, it was simply a stepping stone towards that which is constructive and productive in life. I hold firm in my resolve that this is so. And so I welcome the flow of life. I welcome the flow of the infinite in this expression of life. I know that I am that flow. We are, each and every one of us, that flow. And so I let this word spoken be infused with appreciation and gratitude, knowing that this appreciation and gratitude wells up from within, and I feel the goodness that flows. I choose to recognize the feeling of it. And so I let it be. I relax, release, trust, and know. I release this word as law, directing the activity of love, which is the infinite creative power. And being so directed, I affirm it easily, effortlessly, and gratefully by saying, and so it is. Amen. So it is. Always a delight to spend some time with you. I look forward to seeing you again on Monday for the Mindful Moment. But hey, you can join us on Sundays if you would like. Sunday, we have our celebration service at 10 a.m. Arizona time. If you are not in Tucson, you can always stream the service at unitytucson.com. The live stream player is now right at if you scroll down on the homepage, it's on the homepage itself. And we'd love to see you there. We also do stream to Facebook and to YouTube simultaneously, so we'd love to see you. Lots of other stuff going on. I do want to remind you, actually, I'm going to pull this up, because next week, Wednesday evening, we are going to be celebrating the World Day of Prayer. And what happens is next Wednesday evening, there's an opening ceremony. It's going to be starting at 5 p.m. Arizona time. An opening ceremony to launch the World Day of Prayer, which continues for a full 24 hours. The opening ceremony is going to be live streamed from Unity Village. We're going to project it here in our sanctuary. We'd love to see you for that. On Thursday morning, the 14th, we will be live streaming a panel discussion that is also going to be coming from Unity Village. It was pointed out that Reverend Ellen Debenport is one of the panelists for that discussion, and she is the author of the book that we're using for our fall renewal series this year. So if you are interested in checking that out, we'd love to see you there for that. Then, after that panel discussion, we're going to go into an extended period of prayer vigil in our sanctuary from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. There will be prayer vigil. We will have prayer chaplains that will be rotating through the experience that day. And then I'm so excited because at 5 p.m. on Thursday night, we will be live streaming a celebration concert that is going to be a concert with Reverend Michael Gott and Karen Drucker. So excited to have that. You can find out all the information at the calendar listing at unitytucson.com, or just you can just scan that QR code there and it will take you right to that listing. We'd love to see you there. Lots of great stuff is coming up. Also, I will just put my pitch out because there are still seats available. Would love to see you there. But Gary Lynn Floyd is going to be here with us in person, right here in our sanctuary, to offer a concert on the 24th of September at 1 p.m. You can, scan that QR code or go to the listing in our calendar for all the information and to purchase your tickets. We are also going to live stream that. So if you buy a live stream ticket, which is a little bit less in cost than a live ticket, you can enjoy Gary's concert from the comfort of your own home. All right, all kinds of stuff going on. Peace and blessings to you. I'll see you Sunday, Monday. I'll see you when I see you. Delighted to share this time with you. Keep shining your light. Know you're magnificent. And know that your magnificence is not contingent upon anything you do. It is simply who you are. That's what I know. See you soon. Bye, everybody.